Hi all, it's Ski 2000 again. Actually got my first video request the other day regarding the Benchmade 940, um, which I've been surprised about on the original video that I posted on it. It's got a lot of reviews and comments and stuff, and so I was really happy. And hopefully I help somebody make an informed decision, and that's the whole goal of it. But the request was, because it's kind of this modern folder, what is kind of the safest way to open it? Because it can be kind of intimidating having your fingers so close to the blade when you're opening it. And, in more traditional folders like an Opinel or a Victorinox or something, you have the nail groove and you can just pull it out and it keeps your fingers far away from the blade. But with the Axis lock, they designed it to be more capable of being opened one-handed. So there's really three ways that I will typically do it. The first way, I keep my thumb on the thumb stud the entire time. And I think this is the most controlled way to open it, and you slowly just roll it out, right? So just slowly roll it out while keeping your thumb on the thumb stud. But again, you can kind of notice, if I can angle my hand a little bit, your thumb's still pretty close to the blade even though you do that. So, if you were to ever use this, a folding knife is probably not ideal for hunting, but in any situation where you need to be really quiet, that's probably the best way because you just have the one click. And in the same regard, when you close it, I feel like the most controlled way to do it here is to kind of push on the spine with your index finger and then kind of roll it out and finish it with your thumb. So really quick and smooth and controlled like that. The next way that I open it, this is probably the most common way. It's a similar motion. Instead of kind of rolling your thumb out, you're just flicking it forward. So you put your thumb on the edge of the thumb stud, flick forward, and you'll see that my thumb does clear out of the way fairly quickly, but still it could be kind of intimidating to somebody, seeing that the how close your thumb gets to that blade. So this takes a little bit of practice, but it's real quick and easy. I didn't really get it there, but that's probably the most common way that I do it. It's the thumb stud flick. All right. And then the last way, and this is probably the second most common way that I open it, is simply using the power of gravity. And what I'll do is I'll keep my fingers, my middle ring and pinky, on the belt clip. You get kind of a firm grip there. And I have kind of big hands for this small knife, but it works. And then I use my index finger and thumb to push down on the Axis lock. And then from then, it's just a simple wrist flick out that way. So push down, and then voila, it goes right into place. And it's the same action to close it, and it may seem weird when you close it like that because you could imagine the blade coming right down on your fingers. But again, if you keep your fingers on that belt clip, you can flick it closed in the exact reverse action, right? So you flick it open, you flick it closed. So, and to me, that is probably the safest way to open it because most of your fingers are well out of the way of the blade. And it's one of the true advantages of a manual folder is that you can easily open it with one hand, right? Even with an automatic knife, though it opens really easy with the press of a button, you usually need to put it on your leg or rest on your body or something like that in order to close it because the spring is going to be impeding that. So those are the three ways that I open the knife and try to avoid what I've affectionately termed the Benchmade bite. And it just requires a little bit of practice. I remember when I first got my first Benchmade Axis, I think it was the 470 Emissary. It's spring assisted, but it's that same motion, and I got kind of worried that I was just going to open it up and drag my thumb right across that blade. But with enough practice, it works out pretty easily, and you only have to think about it. So hopefully that was helpful. And if there's any additional questions, just let me know, and I will certainly try to answer them. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.